Looking to trade your old bulk for some of the latest Pokemon booster boxes? Well, check ccgcastle.com. The process is very simple. Send in 1400 cards and get a brand new sealed booster box back. We ship boxes worldwide for free once we get your cards. Make sure to check video description or check ccgcastle.com for more information.
How's it going, Pokefans? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we will be looking at a deck for the upcoming standard format, and I decided today to play with a Butterfree budget version of the deck. So, as you can see, Butterfree with the Stun Spore, 60 damage counters for Grass and double Course Energy, and if you flip heads on the coin flip, your opponent active Pokemon will be paralyzed. And that's pretty much the whole idea of the deck. So try to paralyze our opponent active Pokemon and do that as many times as we can, and in the late game, if it's necessary, just return some of the Pokemons with a couple energies back to his hand with a Ruffling Pinsir, and that's it. I mean, this deck is made by the commons and uncommons and couple rare cards. The most expensive card at this moment in this deck is going to be Tapu Koko. He's around $4 a piece. Any other cards are probably 25 cents up to $1 maybe. And yeah, I mean, running 20 Pokemons, 30 trainer cards, and 10 energies. So I have two Drought supporters here. With the first one is Oranguru, and the second one is, of course, Octillery. Then I have Tapu Koko for the free retreat in case of the Guzma, two backup attackers, Pinsir with the Rooflink, and 4 line of Caterpie, Metapod, and Butterfree with that adaptive evolution. So those Pokemons are actually reprints from the Flash Fire, later reprinted in the generation. And of course, 2 Victory Stars Victini, which can allows us basically to reflip that coin flip in case we hit tails. So we have 2 coins, 2 chance to flip heads and paralyze our opponent active Pokemon. More than that, I'm running 2 copies of Field Blower. In addition to that, 2 Nest Balls. In the gameplay video, I played with 2 level balls. It's pretty much the same. Nest Ball is even better in this build, trust me. So I completely forget that the level ball is just out of the standard format, and yeah, Nest Ball is the way to go with it. So 2 level balls substitute with the Nest Ball. But even with the Nest Ball, you can pick Oranguru, Victini, you can go for something like a Caterpie and Pinsir, and also Tapu Koko here. Only disadvantage with the Nest Ball is the fact that we cannot take that Metapod. 1 Rescue Stretcher and 1 Revitalizer for those Pokemon recycles. So basically with the Rescue Stretcher, I can recycle my any Pokemon that I want from my discard pile, or just shuffle 3 Pokemons back into my deck. On the other side, with the Revitalizer, I can just pick up any 2 grass Pokemons from my discard pile and put them back into my hand. 4 copies of Ultra Balls and supporter line, 3 copies of Guzma. I decided to go very aggressive with the Guzmas here, so I decided to play 3 of them. 9 Drought supporters, 2 Lilies, 3 Ents, and 4 copies of Professor Sycamores, and also decided to tag 2 Skylas just to have that option to search my deck for any item card that I need at the specific moment. It's not that I'm running too many item cards, but still, sometimes maybe Skylar for Field Blower might be good, as well as for maybe XP Share or maybe Flowstone or Choice Band. From tool cards, I'm running 2 Choice Bands, 2 XP Shares, and 2 Floatstones, and 10 energies, 4 double Course energies, and 6 grass energy cards. If you're looking for any of these cards, make sure to check ccgcastle.com. The link is provided in my video description. Just in case, if you are new to the channel, with TCG Center 5 code, you can also get 5% discount on your first purchase. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see how this deck works in action. So see you in the game. Okay, time for a little bit of entertainment, I can definitely say that. In today's video, I'm playing with Butterfree, and I'm not expecting too much from this deck, to be honest. Alright, so starting with 1 copy of Victini, and on the other side, wow, that's interesting. Metagross GX featuring a lot of Ninetales. Of course, my opponent decided to take 1 Ninetales just because he's running 2 Beacon, Alolan Vulpix. So hey, why not to take that Ninetales to have a little bit better matchup against fire decks like Volcanion as example. Okay. Yes, draw 2 extra cards. Well, nice. There is 1 copy of Remoraid, and I like that. More than that choice band. So I'm thinking about playing my level ball here for something like a Caterpie, and then I can put 1 energy to him. Also attach the choice band. Play 1 of my Ultra Balls. Yep, definitely. Into the Oranguru, and I can basically after that play that N. So I'm just hoping to find maybe a Floatstone. Well, speaking about Floatstone, there we go. 1 copy of N for fresh hand of 6. There is another Caterpie and Metapod and Butterfree, which means I can actually evolve pretty quickly here. That's it. That's the turn 1 Butterfree in play. I wish there is something like a Miltank around, but unfortunately it's not. For the next turn I have Level Ball, which means I can go for my Octillery. And then I can Abyssal Hint. I also have Field Blower available to move some of the Stadium cards or maybe tools from my opponent Pokemons. And I also have Lily available. So far so good. I wish Butterfree actually have free retreat so I can play Guzma and have that free retreat option on the bench. Of course, I have for that situation my Tapu Koko in play. Well, there is 1 Tapu LGX for my opponent. I think this is gonna be very hard matchup for me because, well, on the other side is heavy armored Pokemon, which is Metagross GX with 250 HP. He can one-hit target my Pokemons without too many problems. Where on the other side, I need to hit like 3 times. That's just insane. 2 copies of Metagross in my opponent's hand means that probably he have 2 copies of Rare Candy available, so something like N should be the best thing I can get, literally. So let's see, will there be chance to pull that N? Well, technically there is a chance to pull that N. The first thing I'm gonna play will be my Oranguru for 1 with that Instruct, and it's a Guzma. Still, I need something with my Abyssal Hand like a DCE. Well, speaking about DCE, no sign of it. So I guess I need to play my Sycamore for 7. Okay, at least I can find my double course energy, which means I can start to apply some pressure to my opponent Pokemon in play. So I can Stun Spore for like 60 and knocks out that Vulpix, take the first prize card here. Well, he's also Paralyzed, but it really doesn't matter too much. XP share, oh, a little bit too late. I can definitely say that. A little bit too late. I managed to pull that XP share, so probably so far he has 0 energies in his discard pile. But of course, with 1 Sycamore, he can fix that pretty much easily, and he decided to promote that Tapu Lele. Of course, with 2 energies, Tapu Lele can go for like 100. There's 1 Rare Candy, and that's gonna be for the Metagross. Alright, speaking about Metagross, he can go for 160. The bad thing is that with 3 energies in play, my opponent can easily hit for 120, and I hope there's not going to be energies in his discard pile. Well, there is the first energy in his discard pile. 1 Ultra Ball and another energy should be enough. So Geotech System and oh, Energy Drive. Oh, okay, so I somehow managed to survive this turn, which is very important for me, especially if I can have that XP share around. And to be honest, that energy can also go to my Oranguru. So the question is, should I maybe go with my Guzma and try to eliminate one of his Metagrosses from play, or I should just maybe keep applying pressure to that Tapu Lele? Because if he can play Max Potion, he can anyways heal damage counters. So let's try just to Paralyze if it's possible that Metagross and strike him for like a 90. So stun Spore for 90, and there is a heads on the coin flip, so it's not necessary to reflip coin again. He took 9 damage counters and he is paralyzed, which means for now there is no chance that he can attack with the Metagross. And I'm actually in a pretty good position, because I can definitely start to charge some more energies to my Pokemons in play. I wish I can have more space available on the bench, but I can't. Speaking about Max Potion, there is the first Max Potion my opponent decided to play, and 1 copy of N. Unfortunately, Max Potion cannot scrap special conditions. Only full heal can remove special conditions, but with the Max Potion you can only heal damage counters. And there is the second Metang. Okay, so 2 more Metangs in play for my opponent. I already played both 2 Guzmas, so I have only 1 more Guzma remaining. 1 energy attached, and probably that's gonna be the end of the turn for my opponent. Pinsir can also be very, very, very strong in this matchup, so I'm just gonna keep that Pinsir as a secret weapon here. So it's definitely time for the Ultra Ball and for another Butterfree to come into play. Alright. Let's first go with the Instruct and see if we can find some cool stuff here. Nope, just Caterpie and a Beazle Hand for 2. Okay, Revitalizer. Alright, so Stun Spore. Again, 90, but will there be a hands in a coin flip? It will. So he's again paralyzed. And as long as that Metagross is paralyzed, without Escape Probe Switch or Olympia, my opponent unfortunately cannot do anything. So Paralyzed is the most powerful special condition in play. And I don't like the fact that he managed to play that Lysander down to my Octillery. So, whew, yeah, I'm forced to play my N. Even double Course Energy can save me, that's for sure. Oh, okay, this is going to be very painful. Or maybe it won't be. I can... Okay, so he decided this time to play Lysander down to my Oranguru, which means only one thing. I'm gonna play again Guzma here, and this time with the Guzma, I'm gonna try to target his second Metagross, again with my Butterfree. So another Stun Spore, this time for only 60, and I will try to reflip the coin. Ooh, 2 tails in a row. Okay, that actually slugged me a lot. Still, my opponent have 20 cards left, and basically Another energy attached to that Metagross. Oh, it's my turn. Okay, so I'm very happy here. I'm gonna play my Skyla just to see what else I have. I can grab the Choice Band, definitely. And with the Choice Band, 2 times for 90, I can have that knockout against his Metagross. So let's see if there's gonna be heads on the coin flip this time. It will be, so I don't need to reflip that coin. 150 damage counters on his active Metagross. And again, my opponent is in a very, very bad position, so he decided to play the Field Blower to scrap my Choice Band and XP share, which means, again, I'm gonna need 2 more turns to knock out that Metagross, but I think I can do that. I definitely think I can do that. So another Stun Spore here for 60, and Tails, yes, please reflip that coin. Into the heads, there we go. So another Paralyze for my opponent Metagross, and he is definitely desperate right now, trying to figure how to beat this Butterfree. Okay, so he decided to pass his turn, and I have so many Caterpies and Metapods in my hand. I'm just gonna use that Stun Spore and knock out his Metagross for 2 more prize cards. I don't need to reflip that coin just because he is knocked out. And there's a DCE and a Grass Energy. Okay, so 2 very, very good cards. And 2 very important resources. Of course, very interesting decision. He decided to promote his Tapu Lele just from the one reason. He can have that Metagross on his bench. And there is a Rescue Stretcher for another Metagross. Alright, alright. Well, better for me that I hit that hands on the coin flip, because I'm gonna be just in a very bad position. And there is a V-Seeker for N. Still I have Octillery and Oranguru, so I'm just gonna be perfectly fine with that. Alright, so 1 huge N for my opponent. 3 cards for me. Victini, Pinsir, and Ultra Ball. Alright. Of course, I'm gonna put my Tapu Koko in the active spot, and I have 2 options available. The first one is to put my Pinsir in play, and the second one is to go with my Caterpie. So I think how Pinsir might be a good option as well, but I need to get rid some of the cards from my hand and also from my deck, so I'm just gonna put another Metapod in play first, so I can thin my deck a little bit in order to find that double Course Energy. Well, there is a double Course Energy, but unfortunately for me, I don't have another XP share, but at least I have the double Course Energy available and a Beazle hand for extra resources here. Well, another Butterfree. So better for me that I hit that heads on the coin flip. So Stun Spore for 60. Oops, Tails. If it's Tails, oh, luckily it's a head, so the game is still not over for me. Alright. I think I have very good chance to win this game. I need to pull 3 more prize cards. I just need to power up another Butterfree, and after that, I think I have a very decent chance to win. I wish I have at least 1 more Guzma available, but I don't have energy. A Beazle hand into the 1 card. That 1 card is a double Course Energy and another Stun Spore. So can we get hands on the coin flip? Nope. Ooh, I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Oh yes, yes. Okay, so another heads on the coin flip, and I think my opponent is on his knees. He's probably trying to figure out how to win against Paralyze, because he's not running a single switch. I noticed that. There's also no Guzma in my opponent deck. He played just the Lysanders. Of course, in the future, this is going to be a little bit easier, especially with the Guzma. But as the thing's looking right now, yeah, my opponent cannot simply escape from that special condition. And there's a Rescue Stretcher probably for the Vulpix. Okay, 2 Metagross ready, and Sycamore for 7, so he's going down to 4 cards. Oh, if I have only one Team Rocket handiwork, that would be completely disaster and completely nightmare for my opponent, but unfortunately I don't have. I do have my double Course Energy number 2, and I have that Stun Spore for the knockout against his Tapu Lele. And I don't need to refill that coin. I'm going down to 1 prize, and even if I don't win this game, I'm still gonna be kind of happy, you know, just because I managed to pull 5 prize cards against mighty Metagross GX, and I can even deck out my opponent because he still need to take like 5 prize cards. That's like 5 turns, and there's a V-Seeker, so it might be for a Lysander into that Victini. And it is, so, whew, okay, that will change things a little bit. Not too much. So, Lysander for my Victini. Can I? Nope, I cannot recycle him back. I played my Rescue Stretcher. And a Max Potion play. Okay, 5 energies on the active Metagross. And Giga Hammer for like 160. Of course, he can pay 3 energies to retreat and still he can have 2 available. Let's go with the Tapu Koko in the front. XP share can definitely be promoted somewhere. And well, I have something on my mind, actually. If I can paralyze him, maybe next turn I can win this game. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Well, this attack does 60 plus 20 more for each energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. So that's like 60 and 5 energies, that's 160. Plus 60, that's 220. Well, it's not gonna be enough. But for example, with the Pinsir, if I hit heads, I can just return his Metagross into his hand. And then there is no chance, oh, there is actually a chance to just accelerate Metagross in a single turn. Anyways, let's just go with the Stun Spore and hope for the best. And the best is heads on the coin flip. Yes! Okay, another heads on the coin flip. So if I can hit one more heads on the coin flip, the game for my opponent is definitely over, because I have Oranguru available on my bench. There's a Ninetales for my opponent, and he only have 2 cards available, so he's very close to run out of the resources. I might even win this game by decking out my opponent. 1 Metal Energy attached to his Metagross on the bench. Very, very difficult time for my opponent. He decided to pass us his turn. I managed to pull Revitalizer, which means I can recover even 2 more Pokemons, or 2 more cards from my discard pile back into my hand. So how many energies do we have in that discard pile? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess I can put 1 more Metapod in play. It can even be a Butterfree. Why not? In case of the end, greater chance to pull something that I need. Stun Spore, 60, 160. Yep. Heads on the coin flip, that's all I need. This time there was a tails on the coin flip, but the game is still not over. The game is still far from over. He decided to retreat into a new Metagross, use the Giga Hammer for 150. It will be enough for the knockout, which means I will have 1 more chance to paralyze his Metagross with my Butterfree. Right now I wish I have Guzma available, because I could go for like 100. Still it wouldn't be enough for the knockout. With a choice band it would be. Anyways, energy attached from his hand, and he decided to end. Of course you need to end, but the problem for my opponent is that he's running he's driving 4 cards with that end. Probably if I was my opponent I would wait with that end, that's for sure. So 160, I'm knock it out. 1 energy can go to that Oranguru, and I'm thinking about promoting my Tapu Koko in the front. I can even fly flip around, which is also not that bad option, to be honest. I have 9 cards available. Oh, there's a Skyla. And I can Abyssal Hand. And I'm also gonna play Skyla just to see what do I have left. One grass energy, and there's a double course energy available in my hand. Yeah, if I attach a double course energy, that might be a bad decision. On the other side, he played 2 V-Seekers and 2 Lysanders and 3 copies of Ants, so probably this game is over next turn, especially if I can hit heads on the coin flip with my Butterfree. So let's see if we can do that. Nope, unfortunately he is not paralyzed, but the last card that my opponent pulled, he definitely needs to end. If he can't end, then the game is over. I managed to win with a Butterfree against Mighty Metagross with 250 HP. I'm just out of my mind right now. I even managed to pull 5 prize cards. I mean, it's not that I didn't pull a single prize card and deck out my opponent. I fight till the last prize card, and I actually have... Oh, there's another end, but he's drawing 3 cards right now, and he still needs to retreat and take the knockout and hope to find a V-Seeker into the another end. And I even managed to pull that Pinsir. Oh, no way. No way did he decide to do that. So 3 energies, that's 120, and I'm short for like a 10. Oh, come on, I'm gonna be short for like 10 damage counters. Nah, somebody tell me this is not a true. I can go for 60 plus 20 more for each energy attached to opponent active Pokemon. He had 1, 2, 3 cards, 3 energies, and I can go for 120. And that's not even close enough for the knockout. That's not even close to the knockout. Instruct. I simply don't know why he didn't try simply to... Probably he have max potion available, which means I can even end him down to 2 cards, but I don't want to do that. I really want to hope to get heads on the coin flip. If it's a heads, I think I'm obviously the winner here. So his Metagross is paralyzed, and if he cannot retreat, I can end the game with my Oranguru because he have 3 energies on the attached for that Psychic. Only thing that can save my opponent right now might be Lysander somehow. And there's another V-Seeker into the N. I still have 1 double course energy left, or maybe not. Am I wrong? Oh yes, I am wrong. So if he decided to play Lysander, that would be a better option. He decided to go with the N. And what I need to do here is simply retreat into my Oranguru, paying that 1 energy cost, and finish the game with my Psychic for like 120, and that's the GG. So I even managed to win Metagross just by outplaying my opponent and taking all prize cards. So that's the GG, my friends. I hope you enjoy watching this video, guys. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Well, as you can see right here, this is the deck list that I used today for this Butterfree budget version of the deck. The Pinsir was stay untucked. I didn't even touch Pinsir here. But even with the Pinsir, I could just disrupt my opponent even much harder by just returning those Metagrosses back to his hand. So once again, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know also what you think in the comments below about this deck. So till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.